have like a 3D object and I want to show it in a different angle instead of just one isometric view. What should I do? So the first thing we need to do is that first let's unlock this view. So I'm going to unlock this view and let's check here, enter. And I'm going to zoom in on one object. Double click here, zoom in on this specific object, let's say. So that's going to be my object. And I'm going to double click outside and then I'm going to bring my view just to this object. Probably have to make it a little small. And let's say this is going to be my object. I'm going to put 1 on 1. Right. So it's going to be this view just specifically for this object. Let me just turn off the object snap. I don't need that at this point. Okay. So that's going to be one of my view. But what if I want to create like another view that shows like a top view, side view? What should I do with that? So just like the way that I basically, so let me just move this a little bit down. So just like what you did when you want to change the viewpoint view in the model, you can do the same thing in the isometric view, in the layout setting. So the first thing I will do is just draw a new viewport. And let me turn on this object snap, and I'm gonna go over and then all the way up to this side. Let's say this. Okay. I'm gonna change this view to 1 over 1. Okay. Then double click and using the pan in order to shift it to my object. What I would do is that I will use the cube and then click on top. That's gonna be my top view. Still 1 on 1. If I click here, that's going to be a scale of 1 on 1 for that specific object. I just want to make sure it's a 1 on 1. It's not 1 on 1. Let's go and change that one to 1 on 1. Okay. Right. Let's zoom and extend, and then place it center. And then now change the view to 1 on 1. Change the view to 1 on 1. Here we go. So that's going to be my view from the top of that object in a 1 on 1 scale, right? So all I need to do is that adjusting the placement of this viewport, place it in the right place. I'm going to turn off this object snap, turn on the ortho as well, so I have more control around the places. Okay, and double click here using pan, and then bring it over here. Let's pull this one to the other side. So this basically it's going to be one view. If I want to create like a side view, I can double click here and then using like from a front view or side view or top view or whatever view that I want to create. The only thing that I have to be making sure is that, as you can see, this is not the right top view for my drawing. So basically what happened is that I can just go to the visual and then change this one to the wireframe. If I double click outside, you see that I should see two hidden lines right there and right there, right? So what I can do is that I can go here and then in this view I can create, for example, let's say going to the layer properties and then create a new layer. So I'm going to create a new layer. I'm going to call it hidden. And I'm going to change the color to, let's say, this color. And I'm going to change the line type to loading, and I'm going to use the dash. Not dash dot, dash. Okay, where's dash? Here we go, dash. And I'm going to change this one to dash and close this one. I'm outside the viewport, I'm in the paper side, and I start drawing my line. So I'm going to turn on this, and then add one line. Okay, so it doesn't understand it, so let's check here. I need the quadrant set up. So I will use this line and then another line here. So what happened is that all these lines is basically